What's going on? My name is Dananu, the man with the biggest and the most blackest privilege on YouTube. And this is going to be a short video here because I'm going to talk about a show that's not actually out yet. They're actually making it, and it's they haven't released anything really except some set photos and stuff, but I just had to talk about it, YouTube. I mean, I really did. But apparently, I'm assuming it's WB, you know, in all of their fuckery, they are making a Teen Titans live action TV show. And I'm not gonna be one of those people and say, oh, you know, it can't be none, right? I mean, it can if they got the budget. I mean, if they can do The Flash, Green Arrow, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, and anything else that they can do, they can damn sure do a Teen Titans live action TV show too. My problem with it is the same problem I have whenever movies and stuff try to blackwash or whitewash a character. Meaning when they change their race from one thing to another. Or have characters, and I'm probably going to put pictures on screen, but when you have your live action counterparts who don't look shit like the comic book counterparts, like I seen pictures of this, right? And I wish I could just put them on screen, you know, the way I could show you, but I've seen them, right? And you know, let me just put it on my screen here so I can see it while I'm talking about it. But it was bad. They were bad. Like you had I'm sorry. It looks so bad, and it looks so shitty. Like that's why every time I turn my head this way, I'm looking at the pictures here, but they look so bad. Like I don't know, like what happened? You got Raven out here just to some chick with purple hair. You know, no, not in costume. You got some white guy with green hair being Beast Boy. I don't know, like Beast Boy's supposed to have green skin. That was like his whole point. You know, he was the least human looking one of the group outside of Starfire, and oh shit, damn. Okay, where do I begin with her? First of all, with Starfire, they casted a black chick. Again, not mad at that. Starfire, you know, she does not have white skin. I mean, if they were gonna take this black chick and give her like the orange skin with the green eyes, I would have no problems, YouTube. I'd be like, you know what? It's done. There's fan art of her where she looks the part, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I'll see if I can find a picture of that too. But but the picture that they have in the set photo, you got her out here looking like a prostitute on the corner, man. Like, how you gonna promote that? Like, who thought that was a good idea? Like, I'm not a man who partakes in that kind of sort of stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not. But I'm just saying, that's the first thing I think about when I see her dressed up as costume wearing a fur coat. Now, I don't know if that fur coat is part of the getup, but you had like her blackface, the wavy red hair, and like I want to call it spandex. It's like a shiny material type ballet dance type thing, but it was purple. And it was like, why you out here looking like a prostitute? You're supposed to be making like a comic book TV show, not, you know, soliciting your services, so to speak. but it's just bad. Like who makes these TV shows? Who looks at this and be like, you know what, that's a good idea. We're gonna go with that. Because like that's and apparently I'm not the first person to think she looks like a prostitute. Like that's what everybody's saying online about it. So you know, whoever greenlit, you know, their costumes in the show saw that and then was like, either he didn't want to say nothing or he didn't think people would notice. Well, guess what? People damn sure noticed. And you got Starfire out here looking like she a hoe. Just saying. Now, granted, she may have a hoish attitude in comic books. If I remember right, back in the 90s, her and Robin used to, you know, have that, you know, that type of relationship. You know, they would sleep around with other people, things like that. But like, bad choice, bad design choice. Just give her orange skin and just put her in like something else. Just give her green eyes, even if they're like green lit up contacts or something. I don't know how you would do it, but I mean, I don't make TV shows. Give her green contacts that don't look too weird, I would say, and give her something. I mean, granted, you probably can't put her in her comic book, outfit without looking too slutty, but on television, but do something. Give her something else. If they can do Flash and Green Arrow and have villains and stuff on there kind of sort of look like their comic book counterparts, in some ways they look just like them, then they can do the same thing for this TV show. The only person they haven't really showed yet, which I'm assuming, I don't know how you would mess them up, I gotta see if they have a picture of Robin out there, because I mean it's Robin, so I think they're gonna go with the whole Dick Grayson Robin versus the Robin that was in Teen Titans, or at least the cartoon anyway, because everybody probably recognizes what's his name, Tim Drake Robin from the cartoon, but Dick Grayson was with them first in the comic book, so maybe that's the storyline that they're doing. I don't know who the bad guy is going to be on this show. Like I said, I haven't read up anything about it. I've just seen set pictures and everything, so I would hope that they would have Deathstroke has to be in it somewhere, because he was like one of their only really bad guys that they've had in the comic book run, unless you're pulling from like the new comic book run, which is like altogether different. But if they're going with like classic Teen Titans, I mean, you have to have Deathstroke in there. Maybe they might bring in Terra and do that whole storyline. I forget what it's called. What's it called? Judas Contract, I think, from back in the day. So maybe they're going to do something like, like that. I mean, maybe Deathstroke's going to be the bad guy. I mean, it worked for the Teen Titans cartoon when they couldn't name him Deathstroke, so they just named him Slade. So, it could work if they decide to go in that direction, but given how they're messing up stuff now, I don't even want to see Deathstroke in this. I don't want Deathstroke to be nowhere in this. And because given the fact that they're putting him, WB's probably not doing it no more, but given how bad Justice League tanked, but they were going to put him in the movies, since he was in the Easter egg scene in the movies. And usually, if you guys don't know this, but WB, they don't like to share people. Like when they were planning to starting to use Deathstroke in the movie, they were planning it out, right? He was already on Arrow, the television show, as like a main character, and not one of them, the main cast, but you had seasons that revolved around his character. And that was one reason why they had to take him out of Arrow, was because, WB's like, no, we're using him for the movies. We don't want you to mess up our character, yada, yada, yada. So they don't, they have to get rid of him on the TV show. Same thing goes with the Suicide Squad. For those of you who don't know, they did all that on Arrow. Had the whole Suicide Squad. You seen Harley in there for a little bit, but they had to dance around that because she, because again, they didn't want to use her because of part of the Joker. But you had Deadshot, you had Boomerang Guy, you had everybody else, that was a part of the Suicide Squad movie. You even had Katana. She was in there too. I think the only person who was in that movie that wasn't in Arrow was Killer Croc. And that's because Killer Croc wasn't really a part of the Suicide Squad in the comic books. He may have been on there like once or twice, but he was never like a core member of their team like that. They just threw him in that movie just to have somebody in that movie. I don't know, have another Batman villain apparently. But they did mostly everybody in Arrow before they made that movie. And then when they made the movie, they was like, oh, scratch whatever you were doing in the seasons. We're using them for our movie. So then they had to stop using them. Same thing goes for Amanda Waller. She was also on Arrow several seasons. So I don't know what they're going to be doing with this Teen Titans. I'm assuming if they're going to have like Robin and everybody else, Beast Boy, Cyborg and stuff in this, that they're not going to be in the movies. So I'm assuming Cyborg's not going to be in this because he was in Justice League. So if they're continuing to do Justice League and to make Cyborg solo movie, then I would assume he's not going to be on this. And if they're not going to have the whole team of the Teen Titans, then it's like, what's the point in making a Teen Titans TV show? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the team as much as anybody, but if you're not gonna, that's like saying, no, oh, let's make, Superman movie, but you know what, we can't have Lois Lane in there. It's like, what? Or let's make a Batman movie, but oh, let's not put the Joker in it, or oh, you know what? Oh, I'm sorry, they fucking did that with Gotham. So they don't know what the fuck they doing over there at WB, So it's just, I guess they're just trying to capitalize on characters, and they don't understand that the reason why people like these characters or like these teams is that because you either see them in other mediums or you grew up reading their comic books. Like, the reason why people like Teen Titans today is because you either read Teen Titans back in the 80s and the 70s, or you saw that Teen Titans cartoon that came out on Cartoon Network before they made Teen Titans Go. Those are the only people who are watching your television show. So why aren't you catering to that market? Why are you fucking it up already? You know, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a fat black guy on YouTube. You know, it just makes me mad when I see stuff like that, because it's like, Marvel has proven what's possible on the movie side of things, and WB has proven that at least comic book stuff can work, because they're kicking ass on the TV front with with the Arrowverse and the Flashverse, whatever you want to call that. They're kicking ass with that. So it's like, why they fucking up with this? But anyways, this is what it is. If you guys want to shit on the pictures with me down in the comments, please let me know down there. My name is the Nanu, the man with the biggest and the most blackest privilege on YouTube, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.